Bob, let's continue with the India conversation in the context of what's happening with the global reset at this point in time. To Rajat's point on competitiveness, to the point on your point on supply chain diversification and supply chain resilience, the role that you believe India is likely to play. When we look at what happened between 2017 and 2024, and this is the data that McKinsey's put together, the beneficiary of the supply chain diversification out of China was to the ASEAN region and more to countries like Vietnam. So India has seen an incremental uptick, but perhaps not to the potential that it would like to see. How do you believe that's likely to change?
I might, maybe one comment just on the past bit. I think the MNCs, just to close on that topic, it's not only for capital, but it's also for technology transfer.
And innovation, yeah.
Right? And we should look at both aspects as catalysts to growth for India. And my sense is it's less a level playing field, but more examples of MNCs that have thrived in India because it's a viral game. And so the more examples of folks who have actually been successful will be in the boardrooms around the world saying it's possible. And what does that look like? And then you will know the better preconditions of that. But if you come back to the future growth potential for India and you start with manufacturing, India is nowhere near its full potential around this. And you highlighted, I think, a success story. I think you have to hand it to Vietnam in how quickly they moved. But on a relative basis, Vietnam's small. And Vietnam now is facing all of the secondary issues, labor shortages, supply chain issues, overconcentration, et cetera, that India won't face for a while. And I think this is really the moment to now move from a catalytic change that has started in India about this notion of a strong manufacturing base to now kinking the curve and really starting to drive acceleration at scale. And so I am very excited, and I'm excited because you root this logic not in tariffs, right? You root this logic in the fundamental notion of resilient supply chains. And therefore, from an investment decision, whether you're an Indian company or an MNC, looking at Indian manufacturing and Indian supply chain, you can get excited about making that long-term investment.